Hello everybody and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos. Welcome to my channel of Facilitated Light, Well-Being, Living, and Becoming Your Most True Authentic Self. That's what this channel is about. So as I was on vacation, if you follow the channel, I did a 3-week vacation across the country and back. So we went across the top and across the bottom. And as I was browsing, this is what came up on Facebook, and it just came in today. I was so excited to order it. It is created by a gentleman, and it is on a travel site it's called Lonely Planet on Facebook. I don't know if it's got its own, but I picked it up when I was looking through, and it came in. It's in a nice big box, so we're going to do a quick reading with it, but I just kind of wanted to I'm not affiliated or anything, but it's really a cool deck. This one it's $24.99, so it's not an expensive deck. And if you go on and you're on there for the first time, they give you like a 10% off code. So I got it for like, I think it was 24 with all the tax and shipping. So really good price. As you can see, it's a good size, probably 3x5 deck. This is created in a beautiful artwork that I like. If you see the picture here, it's like, I got a couple things when I traveled to Arizona to the Grand Canyon, and I got these really cool prints and things like that, and because it's got this like lithograph type of design. So this is the box. Lid comes off. Inside you have these nice big cards. You get a full book with it. I mean, it's super cool. He adds like different spreads, and then when you read it, it shows you what it is, it tells you about the area and like why he chose it. And then it has the astrology, a reflection, like how might you open yourself up to greater presence in your relationship. So it's one of those things that if you want to just pull a card each day, I think this would be a great deck for someone starting. And then affirmation, I choose to focus on what connects us, not what separates us. So it gives you like a little mantra to keep in mind, but you get a nice colorful book. Look at the cards, like they're in reverse and whatever, but these are just some of the cards. The artwork is super cool, and then it also exposes you to all the different places, and like you can see on the bottom, it's got what it is, where it's from, and I just love all the artwork on it. This was 2 of Cups. So we're just going to go through. Let's see. This one's really cute too, for Prague. I just love the artistry. I am an artist, so when I buy decks, this is the Outer Banks, I've been there. When I do and buy decks, it's about the art. It's about what resonates with me. So if you are new to the tarot world, or you kind of like, you've been watching my channel and you're like, oh, you know, I might want to get a deck. Decks were created, the original Rider-Waite Tarot. It was created for self-reflection and growth, linked kind of with the Cabal type of energy. It has all kinds of symbolism. So this one is not going to have your symbolism, but it's going to give you a really pretty visual. If you read tarot by visual prompts or what you're drawn to, these are kind of nice because they have like nice colors, different things in them. But we're going to do a quick reading for everybody just to kind of see what this is going to be, a collective read. So we'll see what is coming in. Take what resonates. If it's not your message and you just like looking at the pretty deck. So back to the tarot decks. Tarot is something that is not a magic 8-ball. It cannot tell you everything that's going to happen and am I going to be rich and famous and da-da-da-da-da, because tarot is about energy. Now, you can use them like a fortune teller. You can kind of look into things, but tarot was meant for self-reflection, for understanding what might be getting in our way, becoming a better version of ourselves, knowing the influence or the energy that could be around us. There is nobody that knows the future, and every choice you make causes ripples and different things. So if I do a reading for you, or you do a reading for yourself, and you actually understand what it's trying to tell you, because you're either going to be connected intuitively or you're going to be like very programmable. I had to learn how I read and receive messages. I receive it through images and things that come into my mind. I don't hear voices or anything, or don't see anything per se. I just get like downloads, and I get images or how I feel, or they take me to something that gives me an energy of how I felt in that moment, and then I play on it. Or I just get images, or like my mind is always, I have a very open, very, it's always collecting information. In my mind, I'm going to share something with you. There's no divide between conscious and subconscious. Like when I go to sleep, I don't get sleep paralysis. I walk in my sleep. I talk in my sleep. I really somehow, and this was as a kid, the veil is not there, like where you go to sleep and you stay in your bed and you don't move and you don't see anything. Like, that's not me. I was chattering away. And my nieces and all of us, we kind of have it. My mom and everybody, my sister, she would talk, my mother and her be talking in their sleep to each other. So it's just one of those things. So this deck I got with the intention to just do some readings. I love travel. It's more artistry for me. And it was only $24.99. So it's not an expensive deck. And this is a good sized deck, but if you're going to shuffle this, you have to probably shuffle it like that, and then you can take the deck and cut it in half and do this. If you want to read reversals, what I do is all my bigger decks, I take and I split it, and then I flip it upside down, and then I do this. And then once I do that, so it gets a good shuffle, I'll take it and shuffle it like this. So I do 2 of those shuffles, and then I do the splitting of the deck. And if you get reversals, now if you're not worrying about reversals and you're just reading, because this book does not show reversals, so I know the meaning of the reversals, but you don't necessarily have to. So like I said, I found this on Facebook, but it's called Lonely Planet, so you might be able to find it on an actual website, and then it links to that shop. It's like a purple type of thing. It's called Shop, and you'll be able to track it and everything. I've had really good results with Shop. I ordered another deck that came through with no issues. It was my Egyptian deck. They use the Shop platform too. So I think that's everything. No magic 8 balls. The tarot is very addicting if you think you're going to use it like a magic 8 ball. What you should do if you're just starting out, not everybody's meant to be a reader. Not everybody's meant to, it's a private thing. It's a very intimate thing for you to work with the tarot. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to, be all educated. I educated myself. I studied for about 3 or 4 years, literally just learning and understanding and different perspectives and connecting with my guides. And I was raised in a Baptist church, so I had to go through fasting and making sure I was on the right path. And I was drawn, like I know that I'm supposed to read cards. I'm a healer. But that might not be for you. But you could still get your cards if you feel like you just want to understand spiritually, intuitively, what's coming into your energy, what's affecting you. And it's a non-invasive. So there is a disclosure though. If you're worried about it being negative or evil or whatever, the cards are just a receptacle. They're just a tool. You draw on good or bad energy. So if you're connecting with your guides and your spirits and you're asking about you, or someone that says, I want to know, giving permission, then you're speaking with the angels, you're speaking with guides, you're speaking with your guide. And basically how it works, this is how I perceive it. Like my guide is hanging out with me. You have a guardian angel who protects you, looks over you. They're like your comforter. And then the guide chooses you. We've talked about this before, and they want to direct you on the right path. Your guide is who works with this. Your guide will work with you, through you, with your soul. And they say, okay, we can tell her what's happening in her life. But then, if she wants to read for somebody else, I always get permission. Hey, can I read for you? Can my guides talk to your guides? And they're like, yeah, that's good. Because then they are voicing their permission. So then you're still in the white light spectrum. That's why I call my readings white light readings. I will not do a reading for anybody that doesn't give me permission, because I feel like when you go and get information about somebody that they haven't given you permission, that is where you get into maybe the dark or the evil side, because then somebody's stepping in like, oh yeah, I'll tell you what's going on in that person's life, and it's none of your damn business. Okay, that's where I draw the line. I will not read for people unless you give me permission. And in your world, if you're doing it to snoop on people, then you might be going into the wrong sector, because then you're talking to any spirit. When you're reading cards for yourself, you're talking to your spirit guides. You're talking to your, higher self, God talking to you. You and your soul is doing it. If you're only worrying about yourself, then you're not doing anything evil, okay? And a lot of people, and I'm saying this because it's very hard. This is very new. It's been around, but it's very new for a lot of people to be doing it. When you want to seek for answers, it's not, like I said, an 8-ball. It's not going to tell you. It's going to say, this is the energy that's present in your life. Now you have all the tools to understand it so you can make an educated, intuitive type of decision. These cards aren't going to make a decision for you. They're not going to tell you what to do. They're only going to tell you the energy that's present or what could be affecting you around you, okay? So keep that in mind if you're new to tarot or you're wanting to go into tarot or you think that it's going to give you all the answers. It's not. Nobody knows the answer, because when I do a reading or you do a reading and it says something and you avoid, that's what it's for. Avoid a disaster, or you understand, or you're maybe like, oh, I need to be aware of this, or I need to be, maybe I need to think, or maybe I need to keep my stuff to myself. Maybe I need to stop sharing all my business, whatever. When you make a choice to do something different because of what the card said, a whole new reading is needed, because you've just changed your trajectory. It could be good or bad, but you have taken some knowledge and used it to be able to navigate your life maybe a little less choppy, or healing, or protecting yourself. So keep that in mind. If you go to a reader and they tell you something, or you talk to me, I'm going to tell you right out, this is what's happening now, if you don't do anything different. But if you change what you're doing because you realize that, maybe I should be careful spending, or maybe I have a problem, or blah, 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 you're going to change the trajectory or the outcome of this reading in the long run, because you might have adjusted something, which is why you probably were sent or got a reading and things like that. It was meant to protect you. It was meant to guide you and show you what you need to do. Everything you do mirrors back to you. So if you're seeking information that's none of your business, somebody's going to get information, or there's going to be, I always feel like when you do something that's not really yours, there's a payment. If you tell the universe, I want you to hurt that person, there's a payment. If you just say, universe, make them stop bothering me, I don't know what's happening, whatever you think you need to do, please just make it stop. I don't know what I'm doing, or show me if I'm doing something, or if this person's just being malicious, protect me. There's no cost, because you're saying, I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm just asking you to protect me. And your guides want to protect you. Your spirit team wants to protect you. So that must be for somebody. Whatever you send out comes back to you. So if you're going to be a shitball, it's going to come back on you. And if you're going to steal from people, you're going to get something that's taken from you. You're going to talk nice about somebody, somebody's probably going to talk nice about you. What we do for the world, it does come back to us. If you're a crappy person, you're probably going to get crappy shit coming back. If you're a good person, there might be some trials and tribulations, but there's going to be something that comes back. The universe is going to reward you, and it's going to mirror back what you put out into the world. So keep that in mind. All right. Spirit guides, angels, most high, higher self. What message do you have for the collective using our new deck? We'll take 3 cards like we usually do and just see what the message is for today. What message do you have for my people today for the collective? What do they need to know? Thank you. So we're going to shuffle these, see if anything pops. If not, I'll just pull some cards. So these are big cards. I call these mamba jambas because I cannot hold them in my hand and shuffle the other way. And if you're interested, I have a deck I'm going to be showing you guys. It was my personalized deck. That one I'm going to do our reading with later or tomorrow. I'm going to start doing the astrology ones with that. And it's a deck I ordered. I'll show you. It's an AI generated deck that has my face on things. It's really cool. So, but the deck came out beautiful. I think I shared before a little bit. But I got it in the mail. It was here when I returned home. So I'll be doing my astrological ones. Okay, so card number 1, 2, and 3. Sometimes it's harder to get things to pop when you're shuffling that way, but they will come out. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Swords. So this is knowledge coming in, information finding you, enlightenment. So you might be understanding or getting something that's being downloaded, or information might be getting revealed. You might be figuring out something in the near future. The first one is 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is about travel, expansion, putting Ace of Wands we've talked about is the seed. It's what's in your head that you're wanting to create. This card is, okay, now I know what I want to create. Now it's time to put into action what you've been wanting to do. So whatever you've been thinking on, whatever you've been pondering or deciding that you would like to do, now it's time to make it concrete. Here's the image so you can see. This one is from Greece. So right now we may have decided, okay, this is the path I'd like to take. This is what I'd like to do, who I'd like to hang with, maybe the new job, the new location. I don't like where I'm at, so I'm going to go get a new job, or I'm going to do this. This is the energy of now I have to go onto the online platform and I got to look for a new job and apply. I want to open a business, so now I got to start looking at real estate property. I got to start doing things. The reason it's travel is you're going after what you want. So this card is telling you whatever it is that's in your mind, the energy is that you are going to, or you want to go after that and actually start pursuing it. Because then 3 of Wands, which is the next card after this, is now I've planted the seed. I have to now tend to it and wait for it to unfold. Okay, so right now you've just figured out what you want to do, and now the universe is saying, okay, it's time for you, or you're in that mode, it's time to actually get it off the ground. Go look at the new real estate place, go consider the new job, and you've gotten the new job and you put the things in the ground, and now you're going to be starting it, and you have to go, like today, this is very suiting for me. I have a new job that I'm starting. I'm still keeping my other job, but I start a brand new job next week. But today I have to go buy some pants and some new shirts. I got to order my chef coat because I'm going to be cooking for a place for about 6 months as their lunch cook. So I'm excited, and I planted the seed. I know what I want to do, but now I have to get prepared for it. I have to get it into place. I got to talk to my other boss and get that set up with the new schedule. So I'm putting everything into place so that when the time comes next week, I will be set with my clothing, my uniform, my mindset. I'm going to be getting myself prepared. So that's what this energy is. So that it might be you're getting prepared for something. You could be getting prepared for a vacation. Like I was going away. So I was checking all the bookings, getting all the stuff bought, packing up the things. That's the energy of what it is. Getting ready and making something come to be. The next one is 7 of Swords. So it was in reverse when it was on here, but I'm going to take it as its energy. 7 of Swords is an energy of deception or behind the scenes things you're not aware of. So it might not be like direct deception, but it's things happening that you're not aware of. So now you're working on this stuff. There's things coming in, but either somebody's not being totally honest about something, or they're not being upfront about what's going to be involved, or there's things happening behind the scene to help you on this new thing that you want. Like there's things behind the scene that are happening, or things you're not aware of. So this is something that's kind of hidden. You have to take it how it resonates with you. I feel like that this card is more about things being done behind the scenes, or things happening. So be cautious is what I heard, and aware. So it's like just being aware of your surroundings, being proactive to see, maybe dig a little deeper, go into more detail. What are you expecting from me? That you're getting upset, or maybe you're not seeing something, and there's things like that are finishing up behind the scenes that have to happen for you to get what you want to have, or to go toward this thing. And it could just be separate. There could just be some things happening in the background that you're not aware of, because remember, we're going to receive clarity, we're going to receive knowledge, we're going to be getting information that's going to open things up. So maybe what's happening is this thing that's behind the scenes, or that's private, or that shouldn't be happening, it's going to be revealed. Okay, so you're going to get some revelation, some understanding as to something that's happening in your life, or connected with things within your life. And it could be like a pleasant surprise. It could be, like I said, somebody doing something in your favor, but there could also be things that are happening that you don't realize, that you're like, oh, so now I know what's going on here, and it could change your perspective, okay? Then we have the King of Pentacles. It was in reverse, but like I said, I didn't shuffle this to be whatever. King of Pentacles is your security. And I think what's happening is that you're setting things in place and there's things happening behind the scenes. And this could even be you. I'm feeling the energy like you are working toward your security, your well-being. Look how cute, pretty this card is. They're sitting there, they're drinking coffee, they're content, they're happy. This is when your bills are paid and you've gotten there. You feel secure, you feel safe. Pentacles is about your security and your material, physical things, or the sense in your mind that you're secure, or you feel safe, you feel grounded, you feel like all your needs are being met. So it appears to me that there's going to be something coming in that's going to reveal. And then you've got the Four of Wands underneath it. That is celebration, being in alignment, being where you're supposed to be. Something's coming in that you're working on that's kind of like either you're being secretive or you don't know all the information that's around it. But it's all dealing with something that's going to make you feel more secure, more balanced, or it's something you're working toward. You could be working towards something and nobody knows about it. And that's still okay. But it's deception because you're not sharing what you feel or what you're doing or what's happening behind the scenes. So this is safety, financial abundance, being comfortable where you live, your family's in order, your life feels grounded, or it's what you're trying to work toward. And right now we're coming out of Pentacle energy. We've entered air energy, which is more free and whatever. And it's an adjustment period. It's new. It's not like the old energy. And I feel like what we're doing is we're working towards something that gives us back our safety, security, and groundingness. So what I want you to be focusing on is being open, being aware of your surroundings. This thing that you're working toward, you can keep it to yourself. Anything you're working toward to better yourself or make yourself feel more balanced and more secure, because this is also being secure. This is having your roots, having a good foundation. And if that's what you're working toward, that is wonderful. But this would also be you've gotten there or you need to work on this. And this is what you, in your back of your mind, this is what you're working toward. Okay, so this is really good. This means that you are focusing on trying to find balance. You're trying to get there. There could be things coming in that you're not aware of that are going to give you that balance. Okay, so I hope this little message helped you. Like I said, you can find this online. I found it on Facebook, but it's called Lonely Planet. $24.99. You're gonna have to pay your taxes and your shipping. But if you go on and you haven't ordered anything, clip that little 10% off, because it's like 10 or 20% off. You'll get it. I got the whole thing for like $25, $26. And I mean, it's a beautiful full-size deck. I really like it. I like how he approaches it. I like the little things. It gives you the mantra, and the astrology based behind it, so you can understand and learn some new things. So if you're new at tarot, you can still enjoy this deck. If you're old and have done it for a while and you're very seasoned, it's just really a beautiful deck I'm going to be looking forward to using. Guys, have a great day. Enjoy.